Honorable Men Discord, racial inequality. Let's talk about it. So I'm gonna start off by plugging in an old video that I did, which was called "Banking While Black." Okay, that was about a black doctor who recently graduated and received money from the institution that she attended, and she tried to open an account with Chase Bank. She, while trying to open the account with Chase Bank, received a lot of resistance. It took me so long to find that word, right? So that doctor received a lot of resistance whilst trying to open that bank account, right? Now she was a brand new member, brand new customer trying to open an account. Why am I bringing up an older video? I'm bringing it up to say, when I posted that video, which I encourage all of you to watch, I'm going to actually attach that old video at the end of this video. While she was trying to open that account, she received a lot of resistance because they were skeptical of the amount on the check. And she explained to them, listen, hey, I just finished med school. They gave me this money and I'd like to open an account, right? She was unable to open the account. She eventually just took her check and she left. I'm bringing that up because in my comments, there was a gentleman who jumped in and he felt as though I was race baiting pretty much by making that episode. He's like, I've had money. I've gone to a bank. You know, he said something along the lines, I'm just paraphrasing, that he has a business account or something like that. And he went to do a withdrawal. He didn't receive any type of problems. First and foremost, the gentleman who was in the comments was a white male, and my video was about a black female. Secondly, he was speaking on an account that was already existing, an existing account, I should say. The black doctor was trying to open an account with a check. She wasn't trying to cash it. She was trying to open an account. But I'm not going to make this about that video, but I just want to bring the point of racism still exists. Okay? It still exists. It doesn't exist because my channel highlights racism. All right? So it's not about, oh, your channel is promoting racism and division. It's not about me. All right? My channel's not big enough yet. And even if it was at a certain level, my channel does not promote racism. I just want to clarify that. My channel aims to uplift black people, young adults, old adults, just uplift black people entirely with the way that they think, their thought process, elevate us with the way we think. Because once you change the way we think, our actions will change. But I'm saying that to say this. Racism still exists. That gentleman was in my comments as though I was just race baiting, as if racism doesn't exist. What we have here today is Chick-fil-A was honoring certain employees with money towards college. First and foremost, before I even get into this video, I don't know whether or not some of you are aware of this or not, of this story, but before I even get into it, I had to pull up Chick-fil-A. Okay, so to the side of me it says, while Chick-fil-A itself isn't publicly traded, the company is valued at around $4.5 billion. And the combined net worth of the Cathy family who owned the company is estimated to be around $33.6 billion. Now I'm going to exit that out. Now you say, why are you talking about how much Chick-fil-A owes? Has, I should say. Here's why. Now, I don't have a background in finance, and I definitely don't have a background in accounting. For those of you that have backgrounds in finance and accounting, please explain to me how these companies are giving away $25,000, and in this young lady's case, $1,000. I think that's embarrassing. I think there's got to be a better system set up. Maybe just limit the amount of people actually are rewarded so that you could give higher amounts. But I think that's just ridiculous. Just my opinion. I stand on it. If there's more in-depth reasons why it's so low, by all means, I'm for it. I'm here for it. I'll see you in the comments. Please educate me as to why the amounts that were given were so low. Now, granted, they're giving the money away, so I know somebody somewhere is going to say, well, they don't have to give money, so why are you talking about the money is low? You should be grateful. I get it. I get it. $2,500, $1,000 can go towards books. I get it. I just personally feel if I own Chick-fil-A, I'm going to give out more money than that towards college. That's me. I stand on it. If God blesses me with a bigger channel to do things like this, I will, and I'll stand on it. And you could always pull this video up and say, hey, you said you'd give more money for college, and I will. It won't be $2,500, but that's me. Let's get into this video. First and foremost, I'm going to start this episode off from AceKYNG_. This is all feeds from TikTok. I'm beginning the video with him. I'm going to end it with him. All right, because I found his take pretty interesting. All right, so let's get straight into it.
Oh my God, Chick-fil-A gave Riley $2,500. That is so nice. Oh, they gave Susan $2,500 too. That is so incredible. Come on, Alex. They gave him $2,500 as well. That is so nice. Oh my gosh, Caitlin got $2,500 too. Period, sis. Oh, come on, Michael. Woo, woo, woo. They gave him $2,500 too. Oh my gosh. Chick-fil-A, you guys have outdone yourselves. Okay, maybe my eyes. Okay, hold on, Jada. Jada, how much? Hold on. I had to blow it back up. Let me just... $1,000. Is the $1,500 on the other? I'm confused. Okay, Kaylin, she got $2,500. Alex, he got $2,500. Okay, Susan, she got $2,500. No, Riley got $1,000 plus $1,500. Okay, she got $2,500 too. Okay, hold on. Chick-fil-A, immediately bring your ass to the front because I need to understand why Jada Bacon. Why did Jada Bacon get $1,000 and everybody else got $2,500? Like, please explain this shit to me before I get pissed off. Like, please, before I get pissed off, explain this to me. Now, I'm going to wait for a response. Y'all, go ahead and ask Chick-fil-A down here why Jada got $1,000. In the comments, go ahead and tag Chick-fil-A so that we can get clarity before we get mad. You see, I'm an emotionally intelligent individual. So I'll wait until I got further explanation before I get pissed the fuck off. But so let me know quick, fast, in a hurry before I snatch my hat off. Please let me know why Miss Bacon got $1,000. All right? Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm just going to continue with some of the reactions from this $1,000 check that Jada received.
Let me give you my take on the whole Chick-fil-A thing. If you don't know, I'll explain it right now, and then I'll give you what I feel about it. So I guess Chick-fil-A was giving out scholarships to students. So there were roughly about, I want to say 5 or 6 students, and 5 of them got a total of a...
Let me give credit real quick. That's Shay2387 on TikTok. Shay2387.
Of $2,500, and then there was one girl that got a scholarship for $1,000. Now, the one that got a scholarship for $1,000 was the only Black student, while all the other ones got $2,500. So people are outraged about that, and I am too. But unfortunately, my take on the thing is that why are y'all so surprised? Y'all already know how it goes. Racism or hate for the Black community does not take a day off. I'm just saying, you know, yes, it's messed up. And yes, they did it blatantly out in the public like people wouldn't notice. But I mean, come on. And again, this is where the Black community, we collectively come together and we show up and show out for one of our own. So regardless if Chick-fil-A only gave her $1,000 scholarship while all the other ones got $2,500, we be mad about it. We say what we say, feel what we feel. But now we act upon it. Now we collectively come together, put something together for this young lady, and we show the fuck out. It's just as simple. Because we always get, you know what I'm saying? We always get mad and speak about all this stuff, how we don't get stuff equally or whatever. We've been know that since the beginning of time. We will never be treated equally the same, get equally the same, whatever. But instead of talking about it, let's collectively as a whole continuously show up for our own. You know what I'm saying? Let's flood this girl with whatever she needs for college. Let's get her through, whatever it is. But we got to do it collectively. We all have to come together and let's get it done. Because not nobody else is going to show up and show out for us unless we do it. So, that's my take on it. But, like I said, I'm not surprised with the whole thing because we already know how it go. And again, hating the black community take no days off. Period.
All right. As we continue, this is dot it's naughty. Dot it's naughty. Let's go.
And she be like, you good? Is you cool? Y'all straight? Because why them white girls and them white boys got the same amount on their check, but that black girl got less than them? And why you standing further away from the black girl? Like, what's up? Get that girl her money. And she be like, you good?
Yeah, that was short and quick. One more.
What happened to that young lady, Jada Bacon, that received the $1,000 paycheck from Chick-fil-A, despite the fact that everybody else got $2,500 checks, is a prime example of why the black community, we just need to support ourselves and support each other. Because at the end of the day, how can you not chop it up to the fact that it was racially motivated? I mean, why did she receive a $1,000 paycheck, being the only black girl or the only black person, period, out of every single one of them, and she gets $1,000, but everybody else got $2,500? Why did she get $1,000? Why would it not be all racially motivated? And how can it not be hard for me to think that it's racially motivated? Why did she get an $1,000 check while everybody else got $2,500? And then Chick-fil-A had the audacity to pass out free little gift cards to everybody at the school despite doing something that was racially motivated. Like, evidently, we're not going to give our black dollars to Chick-fil-A no more, so we're going to leave them alone. Because they don't care about us either, period.
All right, so before I end the video with this, back with Ace KYNG _, here's the thing. This is why we need to figure out ways to make sure we're covered as a people, where we're not having to get on TikTok to talk about $1,000 that was given, $1,500 short of $2,500. All right, because again, I stand on what I said. If I'm the owner of Chick-fil-A, I would have to change the way the criteria is actually in place now, where maybe less people receive it, because I'm not giving out $1,000. That's an embarrassment to $1 billion company franchise. Given $1,000 and the company is reportedly $1 billion company is an embarrassment. Now, once again, I'll say it again. I don't have a background in accounting or finance, but it just sounds ridiculous that you have that young lady in a photo op receiving a check for $1,000. All right. So I'm going to conclude as promised with this gentleman, because he has some updated information on this whole situation. So let's get straight to it.
Chick-fil-A scholarship update.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jada Bacon. And
I got it, y'all. I took notes. We're not going to misconstrue no words. No misinformation. Let's get straight to the facts. Y'all, I got all y'all messages. I know y'all like, where you at? Where's the update? I got a job. I was tired after work. So now that I'm woke, let me get y'all the update that y'all been asking for. So we all have been asking Chick-fil-A, why did Jada Bacon only get $1,000 when we see in the pictures or in the collage that all of the other students got $2,500? So I don't know if you guys know, but I actually got the opportunity to speak to Jada's mom and Jada herself. And this is direct information from them. She sent me these screenshots. So these are the eligibility requirements on how to even be considered for this award. Now, if you see here, it says you must be an employee of Chick-fil-A. That's number one. So we know that Jada is an employee. She's been with them for quite some time. She's a certified trainer. And in my opinion, I feel like she has to be one of the best. And I'll explain to you guys why. Secondly, you must be a current post-secondary undergraduate or graduate student. You can be enrolled, if you look here, in a 2-year or 4-year college. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been saying she got $1,000 because she's in a community college. She's only in a 2-year school. That's false. It lets you know right here, 2-year or 4-year to be considered. It doesn't matter. Now, the first step to get considered, you must get a letter of recommendation from the store's operator or the store's manager. What that means is it's got to be the person who owns the Chick-fil-A franchise or the person who is appointed as the store manager, the general manager. They have to actually recommend you based on your performance, based on your care and consideration for the clients. All of those different metrics matter to if you get a recommendation. Secondly, you have to have a letter of support from either a school counselor, a supervisor at a job, a professor or teacher, MUFAT, a coach, a mentor, or etc. So you got to have two high-level recommendations to be considered.
Is it just me, or are they asking for a lot and they're only giving away $2,500? And in her case, $1,000. Unbelievable. Let's continue.
For this. Not only that, but this beautiful girl, Jada, who I absolutely love. She is the sweetest girl, y'all. She is from a very small town in the South. She told me she has never had this much attention. She said, I'm just like a little old country girl with big dreams. And she is so nervous about all of this, but she is so grateful. But I want to let you know she also had to submit an essay to be considered for this award. So she wrote her own reasons of why she wanted to continue to pursue her education, which is she wants to become a speech pathologist. She wants to become a doctor, and she wants to help kids who have autism learn how to speak. She wants to help people who have had brain injuries learn how to speak, people who have lost the ability to verbalize, to relearn how to speak. She wants to make an impact on the world, and she wants to use her voice and teach other people how to use their voices. Now, this is the most important part. I got this directly from Jada. Now, if you see, it says, we are excited to share that you meet the eligibility requirements. You meet them to be considered. You have the opportunity to be considered for a scholarship in the amount of $1,000 up to $25,000. It's frustrating because you guys are saying she only applied for the $1,000. That's why she got $1,000. She was qualified here from the company. You had the opportunity to be considered for a scholarship in the...
So she had the opportunity to be considered from $1,000 up to $25,000, and Chick-fil-A did their job and gave her the bare minimum. So her efforts and however her productivity was only worth $1,000 towards a scholarship. Is that what you're telling us, Chick-fil-A? Listen, Chick-fil-A, you have great nuggets, great sauce. All right? I'm not going to argue with, at one point it was Wendy's for me. At one point it was Wendy's. And then when I tasted the Chick-fil-A nuggets and the sauce, I said, wow, they nailed it. But you didn't nail it with $1,000. You did not nail it with $1,000. You should be ashamed of yourself. Again, I'm not a finance major. I don't have a background in accounting, but giving even those that got $2,500, I thought that was beneath you as a franchise, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Let's continue.
Amount of $1,000 up to $25,000. After submitting and meeting all of the requirements, they're telling her that she could win either the grand prize or any of the other prizes. I must tell you guys what the two different sections of prizes are. You can win $1,000 or $2,500. All you have to do is have a 2.5 GPA minimum, and you have to demonstrate care and service along with the recommendations. Or there's the second prize selection, which is $25,000. It's the same things, except for you have to have a 3.0 minimum GPA, demonstrate care and service, and you must meet and demonstrate the financial need. Now, this is a lot of things that you guys are saying is that her family can afford it. That's why she didn't get it. Well, as you guys have seen in the last screenshot that I showed you, she qualified for it. She was being considered for the $25,000 too. But I want to show you guys something. If you look closely, it says, if an applicant applies for the $25,000 scholarship and is not selected, they will be considered for the $1,000 or the $2,500 scholarship. I spoke to Jada, and she has let me know that she is extremely grateful for the $1,000 opportunity that she was awarded. She was very grateful for it. She loves her job. She is in love with customer service. She wants to do good things in the world. And so I want to make sure that that's very clear. But she also did say when this went viral and she saw people talking that was when she wanted to know, like, well, why did I win 1,000? She was the only.
She sounds so sweet that she deserved the 2,500. Her character. But that's my opinion. Let's continue.
Person there that she told me that day that won the $1,000 scholarship. She did say that there were other recipients who did not show up and she did not know what they won. But there were people who did not come to the press event. But in this particular day, or on this particular day, those people that I showed you guys in the last video, those were the winners. And they were all people not of color. And so it is just bring to the question, even if there are other $1,000 recipients, where's the PR move? Because someone had to know that that was going to look bad. Someone had to say, hey, this doesn't look good.
PR move if they care. Now, if they come after the fact and have a PR statement, you're late. They took the photos. They're aware of the photos. They're aware of racism. And by the way, you know, for a company that so-called stands on Christianity, this isn't it. I don't know what form of Christianity they're talking about, but it's not the one that I was grown and raised on. That's not this. All right. So as much as I like the nuggets, you could miss me with Chick-fil-A. Let's continue.
The picture just does not look good. And it touched a lot of you guys. 1 million of you guys supported that video. And I'm so grateful. My main focus, my purpose in life is to make an impact, to reach one, teach one, love one.
I just want to say I appreciate Ace KYNG _ on TikTok. I appreciate him for him. I appreciate him following up and giving us this detail, because sometimes we run with, you know, narratives and we don't have all the information and we could be wrong, you know. But he actually spoke to Jada, you know, found out more of the type of employee and person she is, and it sounds like she absolutely deserved the $2,500, you know. And I did come across another video which I don't have queued up, where it seems as though people have started a GoFundMe for her, which I'm sure she made well past $1,000, which is a good thing. But I don't have that up, and anyone that's looking to donate to that, I advise you to do your due diligence and research it properly, because there's a lot of scams out there. You already know that with GoFundMe's. But yeah, this sounds ridiculous. You know, I'm gonna let him continue for a little bit longer. I don't know if I'm gonna go to the end, because he pretty much said everything that we needed to hear, but I'll have him continue.
Help someone become unstuck in their life. That's my major goal in life. And so this has really inspired me, because I never considered using my platform in this way to help someone and to help them. The whole idea of why, it's really not that important, guys. We have a young lady in our community, a young, beautiful little girl, young woman. I'm an uncle, I'm sorry, who has a dream to go to college, and she needs help, and we can help her. And if it was $5, $10, I'm grateful for each and every last one of y'all. And she is so grateful for each and every last one of you guys. You guys have made her dreams come true. And Jada wants to tell you guys something in the end of this video. Outside of that, you guys, let's help her. Let's run this up. Let's be nice. Let's not stalk her. She called me this evening and she just said, I've never had this much attention and people are being mean. And she doesn't deserve that, guys. She didn't ask for this. She is a young girl with tons of talent, tons of promise. She's going to make a major imprint in this world, and she doesn't deserve to be harassed, nor does her job or any of those things. As a community, we did what we were supposed to do. We raised money for her to go to college. We supported her. Her college is costing her $19,000 a year. She lives in a rural area in the South, in a small city, and we're able to help her. That's all that matters. And I thank each and every last one of you guys. You guys are such beautiful people for blowing this up. You guys have encouraged me, and I want to see what else we can do for our community together. I love you guys, and as I always say, do not get stuck.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shada Bacon, and I would just like to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for your generous donations. Your support means the world to me.
Okay.
There you have it. Shout out to Jada. I wish her nothing but the best in her endeavors. She deserves it. She seems super sweet. Shout out again to Ace KYNG_ on TikTok for making us all aware of the particulars in that matter. And what can I say? You know, racism still exists, but as always, we as a people always manage to overcome. So I'm not worried about the obstacles that's thrown at us, because we find a way, you know. And as long as we do like what we did for Jada, where we come together and we, you know, do the GoFundMe and we donate to the GoFundMe to help her, she'll be all right. You know, we're not going to just depend on a company like Chick-fil-A, that's $1 billion company, giving us a little $1,000 after they had an extensive criteria just to receive that $1,000. I think it's ridiculous. But that's my take on all of this. As always, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.